Hi, my name's Tracy Matthews. I am the liaison to the Business Advocacy Committee of the Campbell County Chamber of Commerce. Today I am with Jim Ford, who is running for the office of County Commissioner. Good morning, Jim.
Hi, good morning.
So if you'll give us a brief introduction.
Yeah, sure. My name is Jim Ford. I'm running for County Commissioner. This is the first time that I have run for public office. I'm not running because I crave the attention or maybe want to be in the middle of the drama that sometimes is local politics, but our community is important. We've got a wonderful foundation here that has been built up by good decision makers of the past, hard workers making plans for our future, and I want to continue that. I make my home here because I want to. This is the place for me and my family, and civic service is important to me. Our local government, its lifeblood is people that will volunteer, that will stand up to do the hard work of public service, and that's what I want to do as County Commissioner.
Thank you. So, Jim, do you support Penny Power? And if so, are you willing to support it as part of your campaign?
Yeah, so I am a huge fan of Penny Power. I think that the optional 1% sales tax is potentially the best and fairest form of tax that there is for a couple of reasons. We're talking about a run for County Commissioner, but I want to answer this question as, in one perspective, as a citizen, as a voter. The fact that the optional tax is indeed optional is what makes it the best. We have a chance every 4 years to decide, do we want this tax or not? Along with that, we get to voice our opinions about where we as voters, as citizens, want that money spent. I think it's the ideal situation for communities to make investment in themselves. As a county commissioner, the feedback from the public through the Penny Power survey is something that's a powerful tool about where to focus investment as the county commission sets the budget, sets policy by way of budget over the course of the year. So I'm a fan of the Penny Power because I trust my friends, I trust my neighbors to make good investments with their own money. And that's what it is. So you can count me in, all the way in, on Penny Power.
So thinking long term, where would you like to see Campbell County in the next 20 years? And what's your plan to bring that vision forward?
I'd love to see Campbell County continue to grow and prosper and be a vibrant, healthy, wealthy place. In my life, almost 50 years, everything has always gotten bigger and better every day, every year. There are pressures from the outside on our primary industries, our energy industries, coal, oil, and gas. Pressures there that we can't necessarily control, and we need to be responsive to the social, political, legal, regulatory, market impacts on what it is that has made Campbell County in Gillette and Wright and the outlying communities allowed them to grow the way they have over 50 years. Campbell County is still going to be a financial and energy powerhouse for the state, providing abundant, reliable, affordable energy to the rest of the country. That's not going to go away, but we need to plan to be less reliant on the tax revenues and how that affects how we operate our government and our public services.
What policy changes or investments are necessary to encourage broader employment?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a policy change necessarily, but maybe a focus of some of the energy of our local government, and this is city and state. I'm a big advocate of long-term strategic planning. I don't want to be caught in a reactionary cycle like we have been a lot of times, in various downturns in the energy industry. An outlier like the COVID year or two where a lot of things shut down. We can do things with strategic planning with our partners at the city and at the state to have plans, to be intentional about what we do, where we go, how we respond to things, and not get caught in annual budget cycle reactionary process. So that's important to me, long-term strategic planning, working with partners. Investments, I think that unleashing the spirit and the creativity of private industry, of the entrepreneur, that's not something that government at any level can dictate, but we can lay the foundation. We can make sure that we've got the right critical infrastructure, that we've got the right tax policy, that we're not burdensome with regulation. Those are the things that I consider as policy decisions that local government can do that clears the way for private business.
So what do you see as the most pressing needs for infrastructure or capital projects in our community?
And I think the obvious one right now is housing. Again, this is something that as a county commissioner, we can't, we're not going to go build houses, right? But again, we can lay the foundation for private capital, for the private developer, make sure that our planning and zoning divisions, engineering division is working with developers, A, not getting in their way, B, making sure that things are done in a reasonable fashion so we're not stepping over dollars to get to dimes today. Long-term perspective is important. Making sure that we have capacity for growth, because we need to grow. There's no going back. We can't get smaller. We can't have less industry. That's not acceptable to me, or I don't think anybody else here. So we've got to plan for growth where critical infrastructure and services are concerned.
And lastly, what county departments have you visited in the last year, and what have you learned about their services?
Yeah. Again, I guess I'd like to speak to that as a citizen that receives services from our local government. The usuals, clerk, treasurer, assessor's office, all of those. I deal a lot with the county commission already through some of the advisory work I do and some of the low carbon energy and materials projects that we're supporting. Even the county attorney's office. As a family, the county attorney's office has helped us through a couple of rough spots with some teenagers, okay? Every county department I go to, I see people that are professional, that are competent, that are willing to help their neighbors and their citizens do the things they need to do, receive the services that they want and need from our local government. That's perfect. So I think that we've got good people, the right people in the right seats, and again, a great foundation to continue to build on with the employees, with the other elected officials that run the departments in our county government. So I have nothing but good things to say.
Lastly, Jim, if there's anything I haven't asked you about in these questions that you would like the voters of Campbell County to know about you, now is your time.
Yeah. For me, I do understand the importance, the necessity of dealing with specific issues of the day, and there have been lots of those. The library, the county land board, Camplex, Camporee, all these issues that need to be addressed, need to be dealt with in real time and the right way. Those are important. We're always going to have those. For me, I think a long-term perspective, 10, 20 years into the future, that's where my focus is. I think that's where the most important decisions have the most impact in how we lay out strategic planning, financial and otherwise for this community. I want to really bring a cool head and a steady hand to decision making with our partners, and really keep a focus on the horizon, and continue to make good decisions for the county that that my kids can benefit from. So that's me. I say a common sense conservative is the right place to be in our county government.
Thank you.